The Young and the Restless, YNR, recap for Tuesday, September 9th, reveals that Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, will make an attempted murder confession while Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, faces a 10-year prison warning. In the park, Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, will play a song on the guitar while Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, sings. Once they're done, Daniel will gush over Tessa, making the song beautiful, just like her. Tessa will admit that was nice to hear before Mariah interrupts and asks to speak with Tessa privately. After Daniel leaves, Mariah will comment on how well Tessa's getting along with him. Tessa will want to talk about Mariah instead, so Mariah will acknowledge that she's still a mess and that her therapist thinks she needs more intense therapy at a clinic in Boston. Tessa will acknowledge that it might be easier for Aria Porter Copeland, Maddie, and Millie Engel to not be around Mariah, who isn't fully present when they spend time together. The conversation will take a tense turn as Tessa lashes out over Mariah being a million miles away right there in front of her. Tessa won't understand why Mariah's broken their family apart and will argue that her secret couldn't be worse than what she's doing right now. Although Tessa will start to storm off, Mariah will stop her and finally decide to spill what she did. Once Mariah blurts out that she tried to kill a man, Tessa will stand there looking shocked over the news. At Crimson Lights, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, will tell Claire Newman, Haley Aaron about the terms of his deal with Victor Newman, Eric Braden. So he'll confess he agreed to pay $5 million and leave town forever if he hurt or betrayed her. Part of Claire will be moved over the power of what Kyle did, but another part of her will feel like he put a price tag on their relationship. Claire will wonder if Kyle kept quiet about what happened with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, because he could have lost $5 million, but Kyle will insist he wasn't even thinking about his deal with Victor. Kyle will be desperate to make all this right somehow, but Claire won't know how he can do that. After Claire pushes for time and space, Kyle will assure her that she can have both. The discussion will end on an optimistic note since Kyle will hope they can get back to where they were before, and Claire will suggest, maybe, they can get to an even better place. Next, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, will summon Phyllis for a conversation near the water, so they'll enjoy the view and discuss Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Nick will assume Kane hired Phyllis for her hacking skills, so he'll push her to admit Kane's using her for authorized access to companies and that he's got her looking into AI. Phyllis won't like getting grilled, but Nick will urge her to break free of Kane since he's leading her down an illegal path, one that could have her doing 10 years in prison minimum. Nick will offer updates on the AI software that Kane's team developed, so Phyllis will assure him that she was in the dark and hasn't committed any crimes. Phyllis will also insist that Kane seems to have pulled the plug on his plan because he's trying to fix his relationship with his family. Despite the respect that Phyllis is after, she'll tell Nick that she doesn't want it at the expense of losing her kids. Once Phyllis thanks Nick for saving her from herself, he'll ask for a favor and declare that he needs her help to save Genoa City. Nick will push Phyllis to pass along anything Kane shares with her so they can stay one step ahead of him. Phyllis will agree to keep Nick in the loop, so he'll thank her and offer a peck on the cheek as he leaves. Afterward, Phyllis will call Kane's phone and unleash her fury since she didn't know the extent of his AI scheme. "You son of a bitch. Why didn't you tell me what you were getting me into?" Phyllis will ask on Tuesday's YNR episode. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis will have to make some big decisions about her future in the coming episodes, so don't miss what's in store for her. CDL will have other scorching Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news, so make us your one-stop YNR source. In fact, I think it's the only venue, because everyone here should know exactly what kind of man is asking for their trust and their subscription dollars. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers update for Tuesday, September 9th, reveals that Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, will get a shock while Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, spills a secret. Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will also double down on Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, so some big moments are on the way in Genoa City. At the coffee house, Claire will await the truth from Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, after getting a clue from Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Since Kyle is still keeping secrets about the agreement he made with Claire's grandpa, she'll be exasperated with him at this point. Kyle will do some damage control as he presumably confesses what's in the contract. Although Kyle will insist he made this deal for love, Claire will struggle over what he did behind her back. Kyle put a lot on the line by promising he'd leave town and pay $5 million in exchange for Claire's heartbreak. It was Kyle's way of vowing that he'd never hurt Claire like that, but he still managed to hurt her with all the secrets. Claire will reel over Kyle's updates on the signed agreement and wonder if she'll ever be able to trust him again. All the deception just keeps piling up, so the conflict between Kyle and Claire will get even worse. Meanwhile, Phyllis will ignore Nick Newman's Joshua Morrow. Words of caution when it comes to Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, his AI project news, and anything else that could end in disaster. Phyllis is committed to piggybacking on Kane's success, so she'll double down on supporting him and shut down Nick's complaints. As for Mariah, she'll confess something on Tuesday's Y&R episode, but it may not involve her criminal cover-up. Mariah smothered a mystery man, Michael Swan, and has been haunted by the incident ever since, but she's been hesitant to involve anyone she cares about, partly because there could be legal consequences. With that in mind, Mariah might simply confess how much she misses Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and maybe even wish she hadn't let her go. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, may think there's still time to fix things, but Mariah may not be as certain if she spies Tessa growing closer to Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Daniel will surprise Tessa by complimenting her beauty, so Mariah might be lurking when it happens. Regardless, Mariah will speak from the heart to Tessa at some point, but their relationship may remain broken after everything she's put Tessa through. CDL's where you want to be for hot Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news, so make us your go-to Y&R source. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, September 9th, suggest some major bombshells in Genoa City as someone offers a friend a warning while a romance is crumbling. Plus, a character has a confession. What can fans expect during Tuesday's show? Read on below. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers here. Nick Newman warns. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, September 9th, imply that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, will attempt to warn Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, about Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn, latest project. With that said, Nick's tried to warn Phyllis about Kane in the